Most people don't struggle with investing. I'll repeat that. Most people don't struggle with investing. They struggle with the jargon and the terminology behind it. Stocks, ETFs, diversification. Nobody knows what it means, and that stops investors from going into the market. Today, I'm going to explain the 10 most important words to help you understand what they mean and get you starting to invest. First word, stocks or shares. It's buying a piece of a company. It's just like a cake. You get a piece of a cake and it's yours, and you own it. And the bigger the piece, the more valuable and the happier you are. Secondly, dividend. It's a portion of a company's profits that gets paid to you for owning that stock. Back to the cake analogy, it's the reward you get for keeping the cake and not giving it to someone else. Thirdly, portfolio. All your investments in one place. Using another analogy, a portfolio is like a salad. You have lettuce, which could be the stocks. You have tomatoes, which could be the bonds. You have cabbage, which could be commodities, etc., etc. All of these vegetables make the salad, which would be the portfolio. Fourthly, volatility. How much prices go up and down. High volatility does not necessarily mean something bad is happening. It just means that it's unpredictable. Fifth, capital gain. Capital gain is the profit you make when you sell an investment for more than you paid, essentially a profit. So if you buy, for example, Apple stock at $100 and then later sell it at $150, you make a capital gain. Sixth, diversification. It links to the idea of the portfolio and the salad analogy. Instead of having a salad of only lettuce, for example, you want different vegetables. In this case, the vegetables would be different financial securities, stocks, bonds, commodity, etc. You can diversify your portfolio by having different securities, but also in other ways, like exposure to different countries. Think of it as the different bowls you have at home for your salad. Seventh, compound interest, also known as the eighth wonder of the world. You can earn returns on your returns. Your money grows and then grows on top of that growth. So instead of using simple interest, which is having $10 and earning $1 interest one by one, compound interest is having that $10, getting $1 on top. So you have a total of $11. And the next time you earn interest will be on the $11, not the $10. So for example, if we take 10% interest, that would make the jump from 10 to 11 and then 11 to 12.1, not eighth, ETF. An ETF is an exchange traded fund. It's a bundle of investments packaged into one thing that you can buy. One purchase gives you exposure to hundreds of companies. Again, back to the analogy, instead of making your own salad at home and manually buying different vegetables and cutting them up, you can go to the supermarket and buy a ready-made salad. Ninth, risk tolerance. It's how comfortable you are with your investments going up and down, the volatility, as we explained prior to this. So, how much turbulence you can handle without selling. Some may have thick skin and don't seem to be bothered by falling markets, and some others panic. Neither is bad, but it's very important to know where you fall. In the description below, there's a quick quiz you can take to find out what type of investor you are. And lastly, index funds. An index fund is a fund that tracks an index, like the S&P 500, for example. Instead of picking individual companies, you buy the whole market at once. This is what most economists recommend. That's because it helps diversify your portfolio. And finally, here's the key insight. I remember the first time I looked at a brokerage app. I didn't know what half the words meant. I thought I needed to understand everything before I could start. And that was wrong. You learn by doing, not by reading definitions forever. None of these concepts are difficult. They're just wrapped in language that makes them feel very difficult. And that language barrier stops millions of people from ever starting to invest. So if you understood these 10 words, you're ready to open an account and make your first investment. If you're smart, ambitious, and still unsure what to prioritize, this is for you. I'm opening a waitlist for Behind the Scenes Blueprint Lab, where I share the exact systems I used to juggle internships, studies, building, investing, fitness, and social life in my 20s. Tools that start from where you are, not where you should be. Join using the link in the description.